Yes, YouTube, back again with another video this week. So this video, I just want to talk to you about, it's just going to be a bit raw. I'm going to do this in one take, and it's going to be the 24 lessons I've learned since turning 24. So I turned 24 last Sunday. So it's a Thursday today. So I turned 24 5 days ago. Yeah, 5 days ago. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to write down 24 lessons that I've learned since obviously becoming that age. And I'll probably do this every year. When I turn 25, it'll be 25 lessons. So I'm gonna go through this now. I've got my notes here on my phone. And as I go through this, I'm gonna talk with you why I've chosen these points and how you can implement it into your life. So the first one I got is, if you think more positive things will happen in your life. It's kind of like the red car theory. What is the red car theory? So if you love a red Audi, you are gonna be more likely to see a red Audi on the road. Even though there's the exact same amount of red Audi on the road, you just see that more. And it's exactly the same whether or not you are a negative thinker or you are a positive thinker. If you always start thinking more positive things will just happen in your life because that's what you hyper focus on. Vice versa, if you are thinking negative, your energy is very sacred. Don't let others take that away from you. This is something that I learned the hard way. When you start hanging around with people who are very negative, who drain you, that they're draining your energy, where if you was with someone else who's positive, you could give that energy to someone else. So this could be a toxic relationship. This could be a toxic family member. They could be draining your energy away from you. So make sure you are very careful on who you let that energy be taken away from, because you only have a certain amount of energy throughout the day. Your mindset can be dictated by who you hang around with. Again, like I talked about here, if you hang around with 5 bums, you'll become the 6th. Or if you hang around with 5 winners, again, you'll become the 6th. Your mindset, how you think, how you talk, like what you wear, you become the people you hang around with. So make sure they're the right people. Your biggest problem is someone else's blessings. So be thankful for the life you have today. Your wishes right now, whether you've got a car that you put for the MOT and it's too much to pay, or your girlfriend has just broken up with you, or by the fact that you have to downgrade a house or you have to share a room with your brother. There's people out there who, number one, are still virgins. There's people out there who can't even afford to live in a house. They have to live in a mud and hut. They have to shit on the floor. So if you complain about the fact that you have to downgrade your bed or your girlfriend's left you, some people will never have the opportunity to live in a first world economy. Just remember, your problem is probably someone else's blessings. Life's too short to be Mr. Serious all the time. Like, fuck me. I'm all for working hard, right? I'm all for fucking grinding, hustling, but have some fucking fun in the way. Otherwise, what's the point? Life's for living, right? And life's also for striving. Life's for living and life's for striving. Life's for working hard. But make sure you are not just some serious wanker all the time. Because I know there's some people out there, and to me, that I just can't understand that, right? At least be happy on the way. Don't let the opinions of others stop you from pursuing your dream life. And again, it's just going to hold back a lot of people's goals. Oh, I don't know if I want to be a coach. I don't know if I want to do this job. Yeah, but what if my mum or what if my uncle's going to think of me on social media? You do realize that no one is going to give a shit about you in 100 years' time. So your dream life could be 5 years away, could be 10 years away. However, it could never happen if you just let these irrelevant voices in your head actually get to you. Don't ever let someone stop you from living your dream life. Always be positive to others. You don't know what they're going through behind closed doors. So I'll tell you a little story. Obviously, when my best mate, Jordan, passed away, killed himself, I did not realize that he was going to do this the last 2 weeks. He was actually with me the last day, well, 2 days before, and he was the happiest person alive. And when he passed away, I was fucked up for a bit. But coming out the other side of that, it made me realize, what can I learn from this? You don't know what someone's going through behind closed doors. So just be a good person. Don't mouth that person off because he's cut in front of you in traffic. You don't know whether or not they're on the verge of suicide. Yeah, he could be going through 10 times worse than what you are, and he might have done it by accident. So just be a positive person. Every mistake in your past was never a loss, always a lesson. Similar to the last point. Oh, I wish I never did this, I wish I never did that. It's fucking happened. The least you can do is just look at it as a lesson, because if you look at it as a lesson, you are less likely to make the same mistake again. Always hold yourself to a high standard and follow through with your promises. This is a big one, and this is what creates confidence. You don't become confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror. You become confident by having an undeniable stack of proof that you are who you say you are. Alex Hormozi. I fucking love that quote. And so this is why it's so important to, if you say you're gonna wake up early, you wake up early. You say you're gonna do the work, you're gonna do the work. And what you're doing there, you are just creating a high standard for yourself, becoming the person you actually say you are. And this is so important to create mass confidence within yourself. Cherish time with your loved ones. They're not going to be around forever. Some people will work all these fucking hours. They'll work themselves to the ground. And I get it, you want to do well. But then they can miss 5 years of the last person, or 5 years of a very close loved one, and they can never get that time back with them. Oh yeah, but they've got that nice car, they've got a nice house, but they've missed 5 years of their last 5 years with one of their close family members. So make sure you still make the effort to schedule time with them. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So make sure you give it 110%. If you're working at McDonald's, you be the hardest fucking worker there. If you're in the gym, you be the hardest person in that gym. If you're a runner, you're gonna run till you throw up. If you're working, you're gonna work until you start sleeping. Make sure everything you do it properly. Don't half-ass it. Don't give it 50%, because if you have that mindset, even with the smaller things, it'll add up to the big things. Make sure you go on a holiday at least once a year. There's more to life than your hometown. I didn't go on holidays for 8 years. I went on holiday and it was fucking life-changing. I came back, I haven't worked so hard because it gave me perspective. It gave me where I could be. It gave me a future that I could live once I smelt it. So make sure you get out of that hometown. Make sure you experience different parts of the world, because it's an eye-opener. Work so hard, your self-doubt becomes non-existent. You're always gonna have a little bit of self-doubt, and you can minimize it to as much as you can by working extremely hard and confirming who you say you are. So just make sure if you give it 110% every day and you learn on the way, you're going to get to your goal no matter what. It just comes with time. It's a good one, this is. This has got to be my favorite one. It took me a while to learn this. Even if it wasn't your fault, it was still your responsibility. Hold yourself accountable to everything. Let's say this, right? Let's say this example. You have a girlfriend. You get into a big fight, right? It's not physical. It's very verbal. She mouths you off. She mouths you off. You then mouth her off. You then mouth her off. And next thing you know, police get involved. You're arrested, and you're put behind jail for the day, even though she mouthed you off first. But guess what? You still gave her verbal back. You still shouted her back. And even though she started it, and even if it was her fault, you still reacted. And because of that, you're in jail behind bars. Oh yeah, but Harrison, that's not fair. Yeah, but guess what? If you had accountability with how you reacted, you would never do it again. So just make sure that even if it wasn't your fault, even if you didn't start it, even if you're not in the wrong, you still reacted. So make sure you hold yourself accountable for your responsibility in that situation. Write down your goals and visualize them. You'll be more likely to achieve it. It's a big one. There's actually a study on this, I don't know the exact percentage. But if you write down your goals and you see it every day, you're going to be more likely to visualize it, because on those down days, on those days where you lack motivation, you're going to see that goal and you're going to manifest it more, making you work harder. Take that risk. When you're on your deathbed, the only thing you'll be regretting is the stuff you don't do. Talk to that girl. Go to that holiday. Travel around the world, start that business, upload that social media post, because the only things you'll regret doing when you're older is the stuff you don't do. Make sure you fucking do it anyway. Learn to love yourself before you love others. Again, something that took me a very long time to learn. I hated myself. And because of that, I couldn't love others back, and I couldn't be a positive person because my mind was ridiculed with insecurity. So make sure before you offer yourself to anyone, relationships, like strong friendships, just make sure you love yourself first. That way you're giving that person the best version of you. Your habits are a representation of your self-worth. Watching porn, smoking loads of weed, drinking loads of alcohol. What's that say about you? Shows you don't value yourself. So make sure you follow a good, consistent amount of habits, because that's a representation of you. You must learn to be a foolish beginner before you become an elegant master. So before you get good at anything, you have to be shit first. You have to be shit at content. You have to be shit in the gym. You have to be shit at football. You have to go for that stage where you're a beginner, so then you can learn and start becoming good. When you become good, guess what? The motivation's there, because you'll start to become more skilled, and then you're more likely to stay consistent. In 200 years' time, everyone would have forgotten about you. Queen, for example. Queen of the British Empire. Everyone's forgotten about her now. Guarantee if you ask the new generation, they ain't gonna know who she is. And just remember that bed you're sleeping on, the house you're in. Someone's gonna be in that 200 years' time. They're gonna sleep in your bed and they're gonna go, I ain't got a fucking clue who that person was 200 years ago. So the opinions of others do not matter. Let them go if they don't want to be in your life. If you're leveling up as a person and that person just doesn't want to be in your life, fucking leave them. And if that person's dragging you down, fucking leave them, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, it shows you it's a good thing, because every person who grows has to go through a stage where they have to get rid of old friends to create new one, because your mindset as you grow, you as a character as you grow, will not better be matched by them. You will just be better. So you bin them off, get new friends. Or at least you don't bin them off. You occasionally speak to them, be nice to them, but then still get new friends. Only talk about what you're doing currently and not what you're going to do in the future. I'm sure you've heard those people, yeah, bro, this time, it's my time this time, give me 12 weeks. 12 weeks come, they're still in the same position. How much of a fucking idiot do they look? Big idiot. And no one believes them because they can't even stick to their own word. So always talk about what you're doing currently. Like, hey, I'm going to the gym. This is the plan I'm following. I've been doing this for 8 weeks. I've got this amount of result. How more reliable, how much more confident does that look compared to someone going, yeah, I'm going to do this in this amount of time. And they can't even stick to their own fucking word. So always talk about what you're doing currently, not what you're going to do in the future. Last one. It's a big one. The more you level up, the less women you're attracted to. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a very hard pill to swallow. I remember being 18, 17, I'd fuck anyone. This is me being honest. As I've got better as a person, I hold myself to a high standard. In fact, I probably get less girls, because to me, I'm not letting them, again, like I said in the last point, waste away my energy, waste away my time. It's valuable, it's sacred. And so I'd just rather just hold myself to a high standard and get with that right person. She'll come. If you got to this video, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more stuff like this, a bit more raw, a bit more going through stuff that can help you out, just with your general lifestyle mindset, comment below. But again, if you got to this video, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I shall see you lot in a bit.